So by now I'm sure you've all seen the 30-second teaser trailer for Zombies Onslaught in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and I just want to offer my opinions. I'm not really going to go too in-depth on what the mode is, mainly because pretty much every single other YouTuber and their dog has created a video on this, so mine's going to be a little bit different. I just want to offer my feedback on what I think the mode is going to be like, and also my opinion on the PlayStation exclusivity. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So Onslaught looks like it's actually going to be pretty cool. This is something that I myself have been asking for years, pretty much ever since Black Ops 1 Zombies when I very first started playing. I always thought it would be super cool to just play on the multiplayer maps. I mean, obviously the maps have already been made. I feel like it wouldn't have been too difficult to just add some zombie spawns, or hell, maybe even just make them come out of the ground. I feel like that would be pretty simple and pretty easy to do, and that could make for honestly just some really cool zombie maps. Like imagine Firing Range or Hijacked or Standoff, or just some of those super classic maps that we all love to play in the Black Ops series, but we're playing zombies instead of multiplayer. I just have been asking for that for so long, and they're finally delivering something similar to that. It's cool because it's going to be basically forcing you to defend a zone, and honestly that's pretty cool. It's not bad. It's very similar to just like a regular survival type thing where you have to defend certain areas. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Extinction when you have to defend the drill, but you know, it of course is zombies. So this is just something that I've been asking for quite a while, something that I think is going to be very entertaining, and it's going to be a nice break while you can still play zombies. You're not playing the hardcore zombie maps, the Easter eggs, all of that fun stuff. You're just basically kicking it back, having a good time with you or one of your other brothers, because you can't really play with 4 people, it's only 2 people, but I mean, that's besides the point. I think this is just a nice change of pace. However, and this is where I run into an issue, it is exclusive for PlayStation until 2021. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit hopeful for this year. I know last year with Modern Warfare 2019, they had Spec Ops Survival. That was exclusive to PlayStation for basically the entirety of the year. But this year for Black Ops Cold War, the game is only 3 weeks away from being released, and we hadn't really heard anything about any kind of exclusivity deal besides just the beta stuff. So I was really open-minded, and I was thinking, wow, they're probably going to be awesome this year and not do any kind of exclusive deal. It looks like everything is just going to be coming out at the same time for all consoles, which is absolutely incredible. But then this news hit that this is exclusive for PlayStation, and now my thoughts on this are, it makes sense from a business standpoint. I completely understand Sony wants some type of exclusivity. They probably have their contract either renegotiated, or they just signed like a 10-year contract all the way back in Black Ops 3 or whatever the case might have been. They're still under contract, so they want some form of exclusivity. And in order for everyone to get everything at the same time, Sony has to get something tremendous, something pretty big, which is why Spec Ops Survival in Modern Warfare was exclusive to PlayStation for a year, and now this. So my thoughts on that are, I mean, again, like I said, I understand it from a business standpoint, but as a consumer, that absolutely sucks. I was not planning on getting the PlayStation 5 this year. I was going to wait maybe about a year or two. I mainly play on Xbox. I have always just preferred Xbox. I'm not trying to start any kind of console war. It's just personal preference. All of my friends have been on Xbox for years, so I've just been mainly playing Xbox. I do have, of course, an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4, and also a PC good enough to run pretty much any game that I want at this point, but I just prefer Xbox because, again, all of my friends are there, and I'm just really used to the Xbox controller. I like the controller layout for Xbox more than PlayStation. Again, this is all just personal preference. At this point, each console is going to be good enough that it's really just how you like to play, personal preference, and honestly what your friends are playing on. But also, we got crossplay now, so just get the console that you want. Don't be a dick about it if someone else has a different preference than you. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I was going to be getting the new Xbox Series X, and I was not going to be getting the PlayStation for a few years. The only reason that I would have gotten the PlayStation is mainly for Spider-Man Miles Morales, because that game looked super fun, and the new Horizon Zero Dawn, the sequel. But I mean, I can wait for that, especially if I'm going to be playing Call of Duty and we've got new zombie stuff. I can wait on a PlayStation until, you know, the second year of Black Ops Cold War, when everything's died off and they're not releasing any new content for it. And I feel like one of the big reasons that this is a thing is obviously Sony just wants people to buy their new consoles, which this really isn't going to drive me to buy their console at all, to be honest. Again, I'm still just going to plan on waiting on getting a PlayStation 5 because I just don't I don't find a need for it at this moment. The Xbox is going to do the same thing. Really, there's only 2 exclusives on PlayStation that I have any interest in, but again, Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming out on PlayStation 4, so that doesn't affect me. So I'm just not going to be getting a PlayStation, and that really sucks because now I have to decide, do I want to get Black Ops Cold War for the Xbox Series X and take advantage of the full next-gen hardware, or do I get it on the PlayStation 4 and have terrible graphics? I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not going to be as good, and have, lower features and settings, but I get to play this Zombies Onslaught mode, which is something that I've been waiting for a while now. And I guess it really just depends, I don't know what decision to make at this point in time because I'm just stuck, because I'm not getting a PlayStation 5. It's just, I don't have the funds for it at the moment. I've just been saving for the Xbox because I just like Xbox better. Plus, Halo, man. I love Halo. Halo is dope. But now I just have like a really weird decision to make that I wasn't really expecting. Again, like I said, I was open-minded. I really thought that there wasn't going to be any kind of crazy exclusivity, and I really didn't want to be for Zombies because Zombies is honestly the whole reason that I'm still playing Call of Duty. I haven't really played Call of Duty multiplayer in quite a while. It's just been Zombies. I don't play Warzone or anything like that. It's just strictly for Zombies. So the fact that now I have to make this weird decision just kind of sucks from a consumer standpoint, and it sounds like I'm complaining, but this is what a lot of people are thinking of. I myself am fortunate enough to have, both sets of consoles, Microsoft and Sony and PC, to be honest, but it kind of sucks, that people are going to be waiting a year for this mode, and it also makes me wonder and question if this mode is going to turn out like Survival in Modern Warfare, because Spec Ops was just never touched, to be honest, and Survival was also just never really touched and never really updated, so it kind of just didn't even make sense to have it, like if you had both consoles and you would prefer to play on Xbox, but you were upset that you weren't going to get Survival, there really was no point to switching over to PlayStation because Survival wasn't even that good, and it's still, to this day, is kind of just a hot mess. So it makes me wonder if that's going to be the same thing for this mode. I mean, it seems very basic, very cut and dry, just zombies on multiplayer maps, and you just defend certain areas. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the gist of it, but at the same time, it could just be something to break up the monotony, and still waiting an entire year, that really sucks. Especially when you're paying full price. Next gen games, this game is going to be like $70 basically, and if you get it on PlayStation, of course you get the full thing, you get everything. But if you get it on Xbox or PC, you're still paying a full $70 for an incomplete game basically. And yeah, you can argue that you're going to get this after a year, but at that point, this game's dead, the new game's going to be out, and who knows, maybe Zombies will be in Call of Duty 2021, we're not even sure at this point, so it's just kind of annoying, and again, from a business standpoint, I completely understand it, it sucks, but as a consumer, it's just really disappointing. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Ultimately, I am disappointed, and I have a difficult decision to make myself. So again, just let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.